Hello and welcome. Today I'd like to do a bit of a review on Straight from the Gut by Jack Welch. In 2011, Business Insider ranked him number 2 on the list of the best CEOs in the past 20 years. He talked about his upbringing, being an only child, and all that came with that. Talked about the values that his parents, most especially his mother, instilled in him, and one of those values is to be able to fail confidently, not see failure as a setback, but to view failure as fuel for growth and improvement. He didn't hesitate to tell us what it was about the company that he worked for that he didn't like, which is bureaucracy. He just didn't understand that system, and in his mind he had a vision of fixing that. What I have learned from that approach of his is have a vision. He worked in a company as amazing as GE, but he didn't just coast through the ranks. He had a vision. Where do you want to take the company to, especially for business owners? And I don't want us to restrict this to just businesses. This can also apply to your life. What vision do you have for your life? Where do you see your life in the next 5 years or 10 years or 20 years? You have to have a vision. One advice that he was given by his first wife, which I think we all can apply, is always do what you feel is right, what you know is right. He said his company should either be number 1 or a number 2, nothing short of that. He worked so hard, he learned, and he was more about the shareholders, he was more about the people, and he was more about taking very brutal steps. And by brutal steps, I mean he laid off a lot of employees who were not similarly contributing to the growth of the company. Some of us get really sentimental and emotional when it comes to this aspect of running the company. Oh, I don't want to lay him off because how is he going to survive? How is he going to cope? But look at it this way. He is not adding value to himself. He's not adding value to the organization. He is worthless, so to speak. Why don't you just lay him off so that he goes and finds something that resonates with him, that makes him fulfilled? You can't have employees who are not adding to the company. You are wasting the company's resources and you're wasting the life of the employee. As hard and as painful as it looks, you have to make the right decision, which includes laying off employees that aren't productive. In the book, he revealed how he quickly went from prince to pig, because when he does something amazing and great, he is praised in the papers. But when he does something that is amazing and great, but then it hurts and it's painful, but for the overall good of the company, he is tagged pig. But that's life. You can't please everybody. You have to do what you know is right. And as individuals, as business owners, as CEOs of our lives and our companies, do what is right. There is nothing you do in this life that people will 100% approve of. You can't please people. And I love that in his tenure as CEO, he didn't seek to please anyone. He was very strategic, like most great CEOs, in ensuring that he had the right team. You have to be very specific about that. Not only in businesses, but in your life. Be strategic about the people in your life. He had this system where at the end of the year, when they are appraising staff, they separate A players from B players from C players. Now the A players are the super performers. They are the ones that are assets to the company. They are providing value, they are doing their work well, and they're making the company look good. B players doing great, but not as the A players, but yet still valuable to the company. C players not so good with their performance, just coasting around and needing some improvement. And those C players will be advised, will be trained, and will be encouraged to perform better so that they can move to the category of the B players or the A players. And if this doesn't happen, then they get laid off. In the book, he tells us how it didn't look like he would be chosen as the CEO of the company. But then it turned out that the predecessor saw something in him that made him decide that this is the right person for the job. You have to have drive. You have to have something that people see in you that makes them vouch for you, that makes them believe in you, that makes them want to give you a chance. One of the high points in that book for me was his relationship with Sam Walton, the founder of Walmart. He was someone who was constantly striving for knowledge, for best practices, and the relationship that was about growth. It wasn't an advantage taking relationship, it was a symbiotic relationship. As a business owner, as someone who is the CEO of your life, you need such relationships. Long and short of, your heart has to be in the right place. You have to have a good intention. You have to have a vision. Otherwise, where are you taking your life to? Where are you taking your company to? If you've read Straight from the Gut by Jack Welch, feel free to drop a comment in the comment section and let me have your own take home from the book. Keep being the best version of yourself, and I will see you in my next video. Peace and angels.